What's up, you guys? This is Tim Trevor, the managing editor of the Diecast Collective. Tonight, depending on what part of the world you're from, we're doing a couple of Lotus. Don't worry, I'll put everything in the description box below. This is a Saturday night Lotus show, so we'll put that on for both channels. With all that being said, we do have the other cars over here tomorrow, so we'll be posting those up tomorrow afternoon sometime. I don't know when yet. But we also got a couple, we found another porta potty, so that's going to be in there. And we got another dumpster to match with the porta potty. It's a little bit darker than the other one, but it's all good. Anyway, back to this. So we'll be putting these in the description box below. I'm going to tell you all right now upcoming events we got this week. So there will be, I forgot to mention this on the blog, but I'll mention this here. Tomorrow we got another car, we got another truck, we got another couple more. I found a couple more trucks I found the other day, so I'm gonna do one of those, put that out tomorrow for Sunday content. It's like a Sunday cruise or whatever, the pickup truck, and then we'll have our feast of Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening car show. That's the main feast. That's the main course. I'm gonna work up the appetite so y'all can have that. Also, then on Monday we're gonna be doing an update video on the two other cars excuse me, I just found. Sorry, I had a burp. I was doing a live show earlier. I'm not gonna go into that. Um, and then at the same time we'll do another car. We'll do another couple more cars. Probably another couple more trucks or whatever. And then because I might not be doing features this week. I might not do midweek feature and I might not do all that stuff this week. I'm going to try to take some of that because we don't have enough cars. I do have enough cars, but I don't. I'll figure that out when the time gets here. We'll figure something out. So anyway, we might do Wednesday and Thursday's theme, whatnot. But the trucks now, if I do one truck tomorrow and I do the other one during the week, that's no big deal. I can always refeature the truck again. Normally I don't do that, but I do have another one I can use, so I can figure it out in a hurry. But then I have another car I can just add that for Monday, which I might end up doing for Monday. So I don't have many of that cars right now, guys and girls. Like I said, because of the way everything is going on, I do have a lot of cars in the other room I can use. I just typically don't like using unlicensed cars unless I have to. I'd like to use the real cars, something like that, but it's all good. Anyway, and also want to let y'all know we are going to be doing a retro video this week. That retro video may be coming out by maybe Wednesday next week, maybe sometime next week. I haven't really narrowed down the actual date yet, so stay tuned for that. The video will be coming out soon. I have to go through all of the diecast cars from the 90s. I have to really pick out 5 to 10 of those cars. And guys and girls, that's going to be a tough call because there's a lot of cool cars I have from the 90s that I wanted to do. But like I said, I have to figure that all out. Actually, to tell you the truth, I can do Monday early week feature. I didn't tell this on the actual blog, but I will mention it tomorrow on the car show. I could actually do early week feature, midweek feature, late week feature this week. I have enough to cover, so I have that. And then the following week, I get paid, so I'll be happier. I can buy some more stuff for make more content for y'all for that. But like I said, guys and girls, I don't want to do a lot of the trucks all the time. I try to stick to more of the cars because they're more. There's more room on the bone for that, so to speak. So I kind of want to do more of the cars than I do want to do trucks. Also, I found and I'm going to try my best to get it. It's going to be because I had a tough. Well, it's not tough, but I had to really track it down real hard. I found a 5-pack of Hot Wheels or not Hot Wheels, Matchbox back in the 1990s. I don't remember exactly what date they are because I haven't looked at the back of it. But these are called World Cup cars. I had them when I had them when I'm a kid. I think there might be like 91, 92, maybe 95. I think they're probably like 90 something. I have to look at the back of the package if I get them when I get them. If I can actually have them shipped, because like I said, they're gonna be. I have to wait till I get paid and I'll be able to do it. Um, but also at the same time, as I'm gonna come over here and try to take a swig of soda because my throat is killing me a little. So I do apologize if you hear me take a swig, but that's just because my throat. I did a little live show a little while ago. I'm not going to go into the details on that. If you're on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, as I digress, so back in the '90s, there was a World Cup car 5-pack set that that Matchbox put out, and I actually had all of the cars. And I wanted to get those cars because there's some of them that were very, very rare, and there was two of them that I used to play the living crap out of them back then. I beat the snot out of them. I chipped up the front car of it and everything. I used to. I'll tell you a funny story. So I had my mom and dad owned a car back then. I'm not going to go back into the details what that was, but I was in the back seat. I was a little kid. We would go like to the mall or somewhere. I'm in the back seat of the car, actually taking a Hot Wheel and Matchbox, running around with them. And yeah, that's how crazy I was back then. I did that in my other mom's cars, but um, there was one time I was in my dad's friend's car. A Hot Wheel actually, a Hot Wheel and Matchbox actually threw out of the back of the car as I'm playing around with it in the back seat of a car. I was so mad. I was like, my God, I just lost my car. Oh well. Dad said I can always buy you another one. It's like, okay, cool. Sure enough, he did. Um, but like I was telling y'all, so in the video that y'all saw earlier today on the Ford, the T-Bird, that blue T-Bird, I actually can vividly recall it where that was in '96 when that car came out, but it was in the '97 year. So when that car came out, I remember I had that car, and I remember correctly, I had it when I moved from Northern Virginia, which would be, I'll just say it, my hometown in Northern Virginia, to my second hometown in Eastern Virginia, Virginia Beach. I used to live in Dayton, Virginia, not Ohio. But I will go this. That's as far as I'm going to go. So anyway, I had that. So that particular Hot Wheel I actually had when I was coming from Dayton, Virginia, to the to Virginia Beach, and somehow I think I misplaced it, or I thought I lost it, and I refound it again. Well, that car I found it again after so many years later, and that car brought back a lot of memories to me. And I was like, oh my God, I found that car. I think it was like a few years ago. I saw that at some kind of, I think I found that either open or packaged. I think that was a packaged car. I think I found it at a shop down from me. Or maybe I found that in Virginia and I just don't remember, quite frankly. I don't recall. But that car I found, and there was something very special about that car. I just had a lot of memories flowing back to me on that. And I talked about that briefly on the show today. But like I said, guys and girls, there's certain things I'm going to take you back on memory lane. Like, for example, I remember taking those 5-pack of cars that I had of the World Cup cars, and I actually had like a little, I had like a little makeshift little, like outside I had like a little makeshift dirt, and I actually had a camera crew sitting out there, and I was just running donuts around like a little racetrack and stuff like that. But when you're like 6 or 7 year old kid and you're by yourself all the time, you have nothing else to do. You just go outside and play with your cars, and sometimes you just beat them snot out of them, or just make them look like they're like that. There is one Hot Wheel. I wish I could find it, but it's hard. It's hard, and it's hard. It's very rare. Just like the rescue and the fire truck I got over here. I had the original fire truck and the rescue squad back then, and it was a Blackwall, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but anyway, I had those, and I lost those a long time ago. I have another rescue and another fire truck. They're two different colors, but I have them somewhere. I just don't um I don't mess with them. Actually, I think they're in one of my totes, but I just don't. I think they're. I had them both, and they're loose in a package or something. If I can find them, I'll bring them out. I have them over here, but yeah, I don't really like messing around with these because they're just, um, yeah, they're just the way they are. Um, that one's made in 2014, and this one is made in 2020. Um, but anyway, I had the old ones. I had the ones from like the 80s, like 84, like 83. I had those from the 80s, actual real old ones. And they had red wall or the black walls on them, as most people would call them. I think most of them from the 90s are black wall. But anyway, that's my opinion. I think they stopped making black walls around like 90, about 92, about 90, 92, something like that. They got rid of them. Um, but there was ones back then. I actually remember had a few black wall cars, like a Trans Am, and I think a I know I had a Trans Am, and I'm trying to remember what the other one was. I just can't recall offhand. But they had a funny sound when you kind of like have like they're just weird. There was a weird sound that they would create, and I think it was one of them was a Volkswagen, if I'm not mistaken. But it had a unique sound like a Volkswagen in real life. It's just really crazy. But anyway, then there was one other time I had this. I saw it a long time ago. I wish I had bought it, but it was beat up, so I couldn't get it. I didn't want it. I'll try to see if I can find it again. It's from Matchbox. It's a yellow Corvette. Um, I remember I actually had that, and I would actually like simulate like of making a pit stop, like in a NASCAR race or on a regular racetrack, and I would simulate where it would come into a pit like real hot and slide, and it looked like it was actually looked like they were jacking up the car and everything. There was a metal strip in the 90s car Matchbox, streaming in the Matchbox, not in Hot Wheels, but in Matchbox. There was a there was like a little thin. I wouldn't even say it was like almost like a paper thick, paper thin, but it was a black little string that a little black piece would go across the top of the car. When I show you the car tomorrow, when I'm talking about, you'll see exactly what I meant. But anyway, um, yeah. So actually in that video, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow about it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But there is a car actually in that video. I was just doing some stuff with that. That it didn't infect the camera. But there's a certain car I have actually sitting over here tomorrow. I will put it somewhere where it's out and open. You'll see it. It's an Easter egg. I'm just telling y'all that right now. It's a different color. It's not blue and white. It's white and blue. You'll find out tomorrow. It's got a little bit of nicks to it, but it's like almost in perfect condition. Anyway, in that particular car, it has a little strip, black strip underneath of it. And that particular car, you can actually, and I'll demonstrate it tomorrow for you. But you can actually take the car and bounce it, and it will go, and it's got like a shock in it. But I don't do it like I used to, because that's what I used to do back in the day. I would slap the ground on it, make it look like it's doing a wheelie and whatnot. And I have trucks that actually in the 90s, I actually have a few of them over here. If you press down the back end of it, you can actually hear the tire grinding against the fender. It's it was like it was like weird. I'll bring those out maybe one day this week, and I'll do a old school retro 4x4 on those two. I only have two in my collection, but I do have another pickup truck over there. I gotta find the actual. I actually gotta find the actual package version of it because I don't have it. I wanted to get one, but I didn't have it. It's like a Nissan, but it has a big old motor sitting in the back of it. There's like several versions of it from when I saw, but I have the orange ones, um, like a metallic flake orange type. You'll see it when I bring it out. But that one's heavy. That's like a heavy truck. So there's a lot of heavy cars that I have in my collection. There's a lot of them. There's just like that one I'm going to show you tomorrow that is bouncy. They're just bouncy, 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 which is cool because I like bouncy cars back then because you can actually take it, simulate you're like in the middle of a pit stop, and you can see the actual body roll side to side, and if you want, you can actually. I done a trick before where you can actually take the tire and pop it right up in the fender, and it looks like it's rolling over on the corner, like you're at like a Sonoma Raceway or something, or Fidion, whatever they call it, the racetracks. So you could actually run it on the rumble strip. I'm not gonna get copyrighted for it. They don't care. I'm just referencing it. It's free. But anyway, we're a little bit over 17 minutes, which is fine. I'm just trying to fill in more time for y'all. Like I said, I'll put everything in the description box below in this video. But like I said, I'm just going back to reminiscing the past a little. So yeah, you'll see the tires actually push up in the fender. It's really cool. I'll do it. I'll try to simulate it tomorrow when I do that video. I'm not going to do nothing to it right now. I'm not even going to reveal it. However, there is another car that sits right next to it. I will be doing another video on that one, and I'll be doing a video on the white and yellow or white and blue, but it's going to have its counterpart with it because I can't find that actual car. I tried to find it the other day on eBay, and I couldn't find it. All I was finding one was open, and I don't want. I saw one that's actually really in great condition, but the only problem is it was in great condition, but the problem with it is I saw another one where it was actually all chipped up and banged up. I'm like, no, just put a pass on it. So I'm going to try to see if I can find that one. I'll get that one as well. We'll try to do a couple cool ones. So I'm just going to use the blue and white one as that one. And no, for disclosure, I am not talking about the repop. I don't like the repop version of that car, of that particular car. And I'll do a video and I'll compare it to that. I'll compare that original car to an actual, to compare it to that car to the actual real one, because the real one is stiff. It is stiff. I actually have it in my hand. It is stiff as a board. It's a little light, and the one from the 9's a lot lighter. Well, it's still the same, but still, I don't like the original one more than the repop. And I'll do another video of that another day. But when I do that video, I'm also going to bring the other counterpart to it, the one from Hot Wheels, and I'll tell you all that and stuff. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait until after I get the other cars from the 90s, and I'll do that comparison in that next video on that one. So stay tuned for that. I'll have some cool stuff for that. But I also got a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm going to start wrapping this thing up. It's almost 20 minutes, guys, and my voice is starting to really going. I'm just trying to keep my voice at a certain minimum because I don't want to go too loud. It's after like 11 here. So that white and yellow one I'll do another video on, and I'll do its cousin right next to it. I'll do another video when I get the car after the third. I'll tell you that right now. But I will do a comparison video on it from the original to the repop. And I'm telling you right now, I don't like the repop. I like the original one more because that's got more value, and also there's a backstory behind that particular car. And I might be hyping it up, but who cares? I don't mind. I'm just telling you exactly what that car is going to be tomorrow. All right, guys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff put up, the shorts and the long form feature. I already got it up on Twitter. So if you get in Facebook, you check those things out. But this will be all tomorrow. This this stuff here, the car show tomorrow will be here tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do one next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I said I'm gonna try. I don't know yet. We'll see how everything plays out. I may end up resting for a few days because I'm gonna need one. Here soon, I might end up taking a few days off. I'm just pretty much getting to where I'm not having no cold, no allergies, anything like that, or just allergies in general. But I'm just not been feeling under the weather, so to speak, for the last few days. But I'm also been working a lot, so I'm going to try to rest up. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing this car show, and then maybe Monday I'll do an update video on a couple of cars, and then maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll put out another few more, and then I might just rest through those other few days because I just need it, guys. I'm working a lot, and and there might be a time where I might just have to take a few days off, but and I might just throw a couple of shorts up. So anyway, guys and girls, I'll let y'all know what's going on with that. But anyway, all right, until next time, guys, this is Tim Trevor, the managing editor of the Diecast Collective. You have yourself a fantastic Wednesday or Saturday, or if you're in UK, Sunday or whatever. Anyway, like I'm going to tell y'all, stay tuned for the Sunday afternoon and evening car show. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a real treat. There's a couple rare special cars coming in. And then, like I told y'all, we're going to do another video on those two cars. And then we're doing a repop of that certain car. And I'm telling you right now, I like the original one, the two original ones, more than the repop. Anyway, until next time, we're out.